How are you students? Welcome to biology class. Today I am going to teach 10th class students and today's topic is structure of chromosome. Dear students, as you know, the plant cell and animal cell nucleus contains thread-like structure called chromatin network. This chromatin network undergoes condensation, that is, they become short and thick, and now they are called chromosomes. These chromosomes are having two parts, the center part and the two chromatid arms. The center part is called centromere. As you can see here, this is the constriction region of chromosome which is called centromere. During cell division, spindle fibers get attached at this centromere. Dear students, what are chromosomes? Chromosomes are thread-like structures present in animal cell and plant cell. Each chromosome contains many genes. Chromosomes come in pair, one set from the mother and other from the father. A chromosome contains hundreds to thousands of genes also. Normal human cell contains 46 chromosomes, or we can say 23 pairs of chromosomes. Within this, 44 are called autosomes and 45th and 46th is called sex chromosome, or we can say 22 are autosomes and 23rd is sex chromosome. Now the question comes, what are genes? A gene is the basic physical and functional unit of heredity. These genes are present on the chromosome at a specific position called locus. Each chromosome is made up of highly coiled structure DNA molecule which has number of genes. A gene is a short segment of this DNA, the unit of heredity also. Now what is heredity? We can say this heredity is also known as inheritance, or is the passing of the character or the trait from parents to their offsprings. Now what are offsprings? Young ones or the children of a particular parents are called offsprings. In the structure of the chromosome, prokaryote cells and eukaryote cells have different structure. Let us see that. Prokaryotic cell example is bacteria. They have only one circular DNA chromosome, while in eukaryotic cells like animals and plants, they contain many number of chromosomes. Dear students, there are 4 types of chromosomes on the base of position of the centromere. Now these are 4 types. The first is called metacentric. In metacentric, both the arms you can see are equal and they appear V-shaped as you can see here. Second is submetacentric. Here one arm is long and other is short and they appear J-shaped or L-shaped. The third is acrocentric chromosome. Here the arm is very short and other is very long and they have satellite centers. They appear rod-shaped. Fourth is telocentric. In telocentric, the centromere is at the proximal end and they appear rod-like. Now let us move to the next topic. What are nucleic acids? 2 main types of nucleic acids are present. They are DNA and RNA. What is DNA? DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid and it is the genetic material that carries the hereditary information from one cell to the other. What are the components of a DNA molecule? DNA is made up of three components. Number 1, pentose sugar. Number 2, nitrogen base and a phosphate group. You can see this diagram. This is pentose sugar, this is nitrogen base, and this is phosphate group. So the question comes, what is nucleotide? All these three components together form a one nucleotide. We also say that why DNA is called polynucleotide chain. A DNA molecule is a large molecule called macromolecule, which consists of millions of nucleotides, and hence it is called polynucleotide. Now let us talk about nitrogen base. There are two types of nitrogen base, purines and pyrimidines. These purines are of two types, adenine, which will be written as capital A, guanine will be symbolized by capital G. Pyrimidine nitrogen base are also two types, and they are cytosine, symbolized by capital C, thymine by capital T. This nitrogen base have a nitrogen pairing in the DNA structure. This pairing is fixed, that is A paired with the T and C paired with the G, and between them the hydrogen bonds are present. So A pairs with the T with the double hydrogen bonds, and C pairs with the G with the 3 hydrogen bonds. Here we end up the lecture. Hopefully you will revise it for the next lecture. Thank you.